Okay, pretend a bit first. Let's just try to speak to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just ignore 一讲. Okay.
We can't because we need to look at the camera as well. We cannot not. Yeah.
We were told about this an hour before.
But we're spontaneous and we take challenges up like that. Okay, there's a car that's coming, so we're just gonna move in a little bit.
Here.
Come. Hey guys, so we didn't come in by the bus today, but we did. But it's parked elsewhere. We are parked at Parktown Residences today. So we're in Tampines. Well, okay, the actual site isn't here. This is actually Tampines Central. The actual site of the project is going to be in Tampines North.
Yes.
So that's not far away. In fact, I would say that's just a 5-minute drive from this area. But anyway, we're here to show you Parktown Residences, the show flat. We're excited. This actually has already been launched. The checks have already been collected.
Yeah, I think it's oversubscribed,
yes,
isn't it?
It was actually very crowded during the
Yes,
launch.
a lot of people came to see this project. And it's because this is the only integrated development in the whole of Tampines.
Yeah.
And Tampines North, this is a new neighborhood, new township. So this is really the crowning jewel for this place. And
Crowning jewel.
yeah, I think it's very exciting for us to have a look because there's a lot of things that they are building into the integrated development. So actually, this is a very rare commodity to pursue.
Yes, okay. So I mean, one of the main things that she mentioned is how there are only 8 integrated projects, and I think what truly makes a real integrated project is the combination of a few things, right?
Yep.
Firstly, it has to have an MRT,
Yep.
it has to have a bus interchange.
Yes.
It also, this one has retail as well as a community center. So it's actually kind of like our
All in
Tampines
one.
hub. Do you know our Tampines
Yes,
hub?
yeah.
But instead of it just being our Tampines hub, it actually has residential components to it.
Yes.
So it's even more than that.
Yeah, so I mean, what the developers are thinking about when they do this is why they name Parktown is because they want a town in a park. So it's an entire township that has access to everything that you need in one area. So
Wow.
that's why they packed everything over here.
That's so like clever.
Yeah.
So because it's you said a park because there's also a Tampines what do you call it, the green space, right?
Yeah, the
A
green
space.
boulevard, right?
Yes, that connects through, and we'll see that in the site map in just a bit.
Yeah. So this Parktown Residence is developed by 3 different developers joined together. Is CapitaLand, is which ones? UOL
QL. Yes.
and
We'll show you in just a bit.
Singland.
Singapore Land. Well, yes.
Yeah, Singland.
You're not right. You're not wrong. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So
it
I
is
think these three developers are very reputable.
very big
Definitely
players in the real estate
big
industry in
players.
Singapore.
Yeah. So CapitaLand will be the ones that will be managing the malls, which is generally better for integrated developments.
Yes, and you've seen quite a few. So, like for example, in Bedok,
Yes.
and some of the main malls, like you see Plaza Singapura. So they
Yes.
have a lot of real estate presence as well. Yeah. So we were just talking about the Green Boulevard, right? Or what, I don't think it's called the Green Boulevard, but it's called the Tampines Boulevard Park. So they're actually integrating part of the park, which is Tampines Eco Green, and integrating it together closely with where Parktown Residences is. So there is actually an element where people can walk through. It's a public space,
Yes.
and then that's also close by to the amenities and all of that. So actually, in this what do you want to call it, like graphics here, they did actually try and promote a lot more green living, green lifestyle living, because you can, I guess, cycle around through the parks and all of that.
I think how they envision Parktown Residences to be, it's kind of the heart of Tampines North. So that's why they have the boulevard park that cuts through, because then people will be able to access from the HDB estates around. So we're surrounded by multiple
Tons.
HDB estates. So these will be kind of also the people that will, you can exit to as well. So these people will be entering into the development to go into the MRT as well as the bus interchange. So that's why they've left it open and accessible to public. And also I think because the whole reason behind Parktown being integrated development and having a huge proportion of units being the 1 and 2 bedders is because they saw a huge, in terms of demand, in terms of tenant pool, because we are very, very close to a lot of business hubs. So there's the Punggol Digital District, which is up and coming. So this is going to be something that's very exciting. Paya Lebar Airbase, we've talked a lot about this in our home tour videos and in all of our videos, but this is actually very, very close to Paya Lebar. So that one we can show you later. And then there's also this part, Changi City and Changi Aviation Park. Yeah.
Okay, the visuals will be a little bit easier for you to see when we hit there.
Yeah, so we'll head to the huge location map over there.
Huge development. I mean, you can kind of tell from just the site plan alone.
Yes, multiple blocks. They're all segmented into two different areas, Park East and Park West, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. But this is the location map. So you can see that even I think they've already drawn out, what are the important things that you want to consider. And you can see over here, you can't really tell, but this whole area surrounding the Parktown will be where all your HDB estates are going to be at. And you can see that, the bus interchange currently right now is the interim one, but they are going to shift in towards into Parktown Residence when this is developed. And TOP is about 2028.
Yeah.
So the MRT in the Cross Island Line, that's expected around 2030. So you do have maybe a 2 years transition period, but you do have
the bus interchange,
right over there. And
I'm sure the bus interchange will lead you somewhere to Tampines, where your main MRT line is anyway. So in terms of connectivity, I think there's still it's still accessible. And then when you are driving as well, we're just a very, very short drive to Tampines Expressway, and that will lead you to your Punggol area or towards the PIE, where you can go to the, like for example, what do you call it? The airport. Yes.
So this is just now what we mentioned about the Paya Lebar Abbey. So actually you can see that it's very, very close. So Parktown is where the yellow blob is. And if you come down towards Tampines Avenue 10, this entire road straddles the whole perimeter of Paya Lebar Abbey. So this is going to be redeveloped into
very big.
Yes, and this is like 10 hectares?
Yes.
Is it 10? 100?
Okay, I won't quote that. It's a really large development.
I can't really remember what's the number, but we know that it's a huge area, and this is going to be residential and commercial.
Yes.
So even though you have already commercial shops
tenants
and all that already, but you do have access to
an even larger
pool over here. But that is in some years to come. But at least in the interim while you're staying there, you still have access to that. Do you want to talk about Tampines Water Fat Park?
Wafer Fat Park.
So Wafer Fat Park.
So Tampines Wafer Fat Park and Pasir Wafer Fat Park. They're fabrication parks. So for example, the Grab office is there. There are quite a few, commercial tenants that you can find there, and I feel like that's one of your main tenant pools, aside from where we are also in Tampines Central, where you have lots of offices, as well as you have UWC. So in terms of tenant pool, I don't think that's an issue, and I can see why this would be very popular because of the easy accessibility to the transport nodes, right? And as well as amenities. If we take a look around here as well, before we yap too much, you will actually, if you have been to the area, you will see that this is literally the only condo in this estate right now. Otherwise, you would need to head over to where Sun Plaza Park is, and that's where you will see some other developments like City Life and Trillium. And then the rest would be where this whole stretch is, and otherwise towards
over here, the Bedok Reservoir area, and this whole area,
and then Treasures towards the side. So this is literally the only one that's going to serve the very mature estate. Okay, well, this part is the mature estate, and then the ones literally surrounding around Parktown are very new BTOs. And I think seeing the profits that these owners are making, I can see how
the MOP profits.
This is going to be a very natural transition for them.
And I think it really helps to alleviate some of the congestion that you see in the Tampines Regional Centre. Because this area, if you're familiar,
amenities, and that's all we have.
Correct. It's serving this entire Tampines area, and this area is actually very, very, very crowded. There are a lot of HDB flats over here, so I think it's a welcome addition to have something like that. So I think a lot of people will be looking to that area, when we want to upgrade, because you want somewhere accessible to amenities, but you also want somewhere to be, greenery, not so crowded,
so
something
commercialized.
Quieter. Yes, correct. So in terms of primary schools, Angsana Primary School will be within 1 km, likely. Some of the other schools we're not quite sure because that hasn't been confirmed yet. But definitely Angsana Primary School can be something that you can consider if you are a bigger family buying to a 3-4 bedder over here. So the community centre, hawker centre, the shops, everything, all that is going to split into 2 levels, the basement and the first level. So actually the residential component only starts from the 2nd level onwards. So over here you see, so this is the community club, there's a commercial school as well. So the car park will be over here. So this will be the retail car park and residential car park. So they have split it, of course, for privacy reasons. And
a very important note about how the car parks are split. I think they have also learned from existing integrated developments in terms of entry points. They have actually accommodated for different or separate entryways for residential as well as commercial. The residential side. Sorry, commercial and residential. Yes. So they are I mean, they have planned it in such a way that we won't expect road congestion. I think that's very important. Yeah.
Actually, later when we see the site model, you'll realize that even the bus interchange,
They
all that is in different
Zones,
areas,
yeah.
different zones, so that, again, congestion is an issue, and especially during peak hours. So I think they've already planned it very, very carefully and very well. And even in terms of the segregation of the community areas, like the hawker center, the community center, the commercial shops, all that is in their own sections.
Yeah.
So you really get a little bit more, a little bit less messy.
Yeah, it's
would
not
say.
all clustered
It's not
into
all,
one area.
Yeah, you go to specific areas for specific needs.
Yeah, so shops are all on the first and basement level.
Yes.
And then let's go and take a look at, oh, sorry, I'm cutting it too soon. We'll catch you here at the site plan, okay? Is it called site plan or site map? Site map.
No idea.
Site map.
Doesn't matter, it's the same thing.
Actually, it's not. In technical terms, it's not. So here we have an easier eye view instead of the site model there. This is a lot easier for us to see. So as Nicole was saying, they have separated it into Park East and Park West. I think the biggest difference between Park East and West is the distance between the blocks. Because I mean, the facilities are generally larger here. But what I do like is that they have already split the facilities that's enough for each side. So a pool on each side, a gym on both sides.
Yes.
What else? I guess you have the barbecue pits on separate sides. And I think they deliberately clustered a lot of the family areas here. I think it's quite a fair mix of, in terms of distance, but then you get a bit of the children's stuff. And then here it's closer, but it's a little bit quieter. So that was quite clever planning of space.
So I mean, this integrated development is about 1,000...
100, like close to 1,000.
Close to 1,002 units. And this is actually the biggest integrated development for Singapore. So that's why they need really to be able to have
That much facilities.
but also, make it a little bit for different areas, because otherwise if it's just one central area, that all the crowd is going to descend into that one area, is going to be super, super messy. So I think it's good that they have different areas for different things. They've got a full tennis court, and they also have like a multi-purpose court, so that's more for badminton and so on and so forth. So this full condo facilities over here.
If we take a look at the colors, so you can see that it's all been nicely scattered across in terms of, and when I say colors, I mean like the unit colors, right? They're nicely scattered across. The larger unit types typically get the corner units. And then there are certain additional features with that because of it being in the corner. And then you will usually see the 2 bedrooms and the 1 bedrooms in the middle. But otherwise, you get a good mix of internal and external facing for either type of units that you're going for. So if you're going for a larger, you can have internal, external, so it really depends.
Yeah. And actually, I think what is interesting for this development is that you realize a lot of times they usually put the 3-bedders in very good positions in some of the other projects. But over here, and then your 1 and 2-bedders will tend to be in the
not
so great facings, because they usually see that as more of like investor demand, so they're not very emotionally driven. You can see that actually in terms of the mix here, it's just presented very, very well. It's just mixed very, very well, so that every unit size will have a chance of getting a facing. A facing. I mean, you have the option of getting the internal facing, or you have the option of having an external facing. And some of the facings over here, so this is, if I'm not wrong, this is the hawker center over here. And this is actually overlooking the school. This area is zone educational.
A really good facing there.
Yes, correct. So some of the, a lot of people are thinking, okay, there's only the internal facing to consider because you just want the pool view and all that. But actually some of the facings are hidden value over here, because school facing, I mean, as long as you go anything that's 6th, 7th floor and above, you will have an unblocked view. Yeah. So these are the units that will, these are the blocks that will have some sort of the unblocked facing, but also just be, then there's also the trade-off of having a hawker center below. So that's how they really,
kind of balanced out.
Yes,
make
because
it fair
otherwise
for everyone.
some of the blocks will be, having maybe an unfair advantage. So this is just all very
quick
well
pointer. I think the highest floor here is 12, with some blocks being like 9 and 8. But generally, the surrounding projects around us, highest floor is about 16, but if you account for the higher ceilings for all of the projects, as in for maybe the ground floor and all, they do match up to be around the same. So the 12 here is about the 16 on the HDB side.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go and take a look
Should we look at that, or should we look at the other one?
Should we go to the Showflat unit?
Okay, let's go to the Showflat unit.
How are we on time, Yijiang?
Okay,
that's pretty
great.
good.
We have
Okay.
30 minutes to do 3 rooms. So there are 3 show flat units in this show flat. So we've got the 2-bedder,
2 plus study.
2 plus study. There's 3-bed premium, and then there's 4-bed premium as well. We'll explain the differences between the layouts for each of them. But let's look at this one first.
Just real quick.
You want to have to look at that first?
Yeah. No, just follow me. Come. So okay, so what she said, yeah. So we're in a 2 plus study. The size here is 764 square feet. You do have the option of not having the study, but generally most of the 2 bedrooms here are the dumbbell layout. So there is one type there.
There is just one type. There's a 2-bed.
Like a regular with a
2-bed
foyer,
premium.
walking sort of situation.
Yes.
But for the one that we're in, this is a 2-bedroom, 764 square feet with the study. Okay. So in terms of living and dining space, I actually think this is a really comfortable distance.
For a 2-bed, yes.
Really comfortable.
Yes.
Like, I've seen smaller. So I think in terms of the width, that's great. And the outdoor area is also quite comfortable. I would say comfortable enough for you to deck it up and do your outdoor dining if you want to. Someone said a comment about not every outdoor space needs to be an outdoor area, but I do really think that that is actually sufficient in terms of the size to do that. Especially for a 2-bedroom, you want the option to have more additional living spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the 2-bed, this is a 2-bed premium plus study. So let's maybe just give you an idea of where the study is at. So the study is over here. So this is the dumbbell layout. So the only layout that is not a dumbbell layout, like Mikaela mentioned just now, is a 2-bed premium, is BP5. So this one is a dumbbell layout. So this is the study area that they've created. Just one thing to note is that there's no ventilation window for your study area, as well as your bathrooms, which we will show later. So that's the only, I would say, downside to the 2-bedroom premium layout. But generally, it's because it's always kind of in between the bigger units, so that's why they don't have that. But I think this is a good size for a study, right?
Great size, and you could potentially convert it into maybe a guest room or a storeroom if you need it to be, because you can imagine putting a small little bit here, definitely. So I think if the family plans do change and one day there's a need for it, I think this is definitely something you can work with.
I mean, sometimes it's so, let's say, now families are smaller. Maybe you have a helper. Yeah. So you realize that for the 2-bed premium layout, we don't have a storeroom or a home shelter, because that only comes in the 3-bed premium layouts, right? So this area could be your potential
helper's room and some little bit storage.
Yeah, you could, and then at least she has because this is Jack and Jill bathroom as well, so they have access to one area.
Yeah.
And
come, let's go into the kitchen.
Yeah. So I think in terms of the color scheme, maybe come in here so you can show Mikaela as well. So in terms of the color scheme, so this belongs to the tier 1 scheme. So the tier 1 scheme is a little bit cooler. So you see that in terms of the color, I mean, of course, ignore the ID. The ID is
done so beautifully that we
correct.
get tricked, but no.
Yeah,
it is
so
it's
the grey tone. So cooler tones are the grey tone. So you see in the 3 and 4 bedrooms, they're a little bit warmer. So that's the tier 2 color scheme, just to highlight it over here. But I think kitchen size,
comfortable for
for a 2-bedder.
For a couple, definitely. You don't really get a yard, but a washer dryer combi would be pretty sufficient, and then you can do maybe your drying outside.
So the top hung.
So cabinet space, lots of cabinet space. You still have a lot of prep space as well. I think this is a comfortable kitchen size.
Yeah, and what I like about this kitchen is that it is
enclosable.
Yes, it is enclosable, because a lot of the 2-bedders that we've seen,
they're open kitchen.
They're always open concept kitchens, and it's a good and bad thing. It's just that when it comes to selling, you want it to have the flexibility of being both. I think in this case, the kitchens. So this is something that you can enclose it.
You can put a door in or something, a sliding door. Yeah. So just take note that the 2 bedrooms do not come with windows for ventilation, so you have to run a hood there, or maybe put your own ventilator. Yeah.
I think they actually have a hood already. From Bosch. So in terms of the finishings,
oh yes, please.
In terms of the finishings, these are Bosch. So the 2-bed and I think the 3-bed compact is using induction stove. So this is 2 gas stoves, 2 induction stoves. The 3-bed premium to 4-bed, they will be using the gas stoves. So you've also got the oven from Bosch that is also provided by the developer. Fridge is by Samsung. Washer dryer is by Bosch. So these are your 2 main brands that will be furnishing your unit.
Come, let's bring you all to the bedrooms. Yeah, so I like just like you said, the Jack and Jill thing. I think that's great. It's always great when they don't have to go through from the common bedroom to the bathroom. So your guests who are here, they can go through there, whatever. Bedroom sizes, comfortable to fit a queen size bed. In fact, all of the homes here, all the units here,
yes.
all can fit a queen size bed in all the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Maybe some slightly bigger, some slightly smaller,
Yeah.
but very marginal differences.
Yeah, actually, but because you realize sometimes the new launches that you go to, they can be very, very tight.
Yeah.
But you realize the rooms here, they are quite spacious. Because queen size for a common bedroom tends to be rarely the case seen these days. Yeah, and this is a 7.6.4.
Okay, it is post-harmonization.
This is post-harmonization, correct.
So everything is a lot more, the 7.6.4 we're feeling.
It's really fully internal.
Yes, that's right. So a queen size bed here, of course, and then sliding wardrobe doors, which is always necessary. Just take note, the windows here, of course, not full height because the aircon latch is there.
Right outside. Yeah. So we can have a look at the master
We
bedroom.
won't bring you to the common bath. We'll bring you to the
Master bath.
Yeah.
So master bath wise,
Why don't you show them this first? Don't start
but
with
you
the...
were talking about the
Okay,
bathroom.
let's go into the master bathroom. Wow, this is a really good sized bathroom.
No, the only thing I wanted to note is that for
Yeah.
a master bath to not have a ventilation window for the master bath is actually quite quite.
But it is something that is common if it's a really large development and your unit is a corridor unit. So that's usually the trade-off with smaller units.
So then, in terms of the master bedroom, I mean, this is just a good size. This is a king size bed. You have still walking space over here. So this is full size window because your aircon latch is in
Towards the common
other
bathroom.
side as well.
It's common bedroom. Yeah.
Yes, correct. And then you've got already the wardrobe cabinets that's been provided by the developer. So again, this is the cool tone. It's a little bit, this is not ID
It
treatment.
feels warm, but no, it's actually cool.
Yeah, this is actually the cooler tone over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good here. So just
We're
to
good
highlight
here?
the difference is the study, or maybe in
Yes.
terms of the layout. So this one does come with the study. If you're here, the difference is you basically don't have the study.
So but if the 2-bed to a 2-bed premium, the only differences is that the 2-bed is 2-bed 1 bath.
Yes.
This is a 2-bed 2 bath. Yeah, so that's why it's a premium, more of the premium layout, and then the study is just the study over there. So let's have a look at the 3-bed premium,
Yes.
which is all the way at the other side.
Okay.
This is a really big show flat, right? Just for the side model is huge.
Yeah. Because it's such a big development.
Yes, 1,000 plus units. So this is actually another side model that it's a more flattened view. It gives you the view of the
A better
facilities.
bird's eye view lah.
Yeah, because otherwise, a lot of the blocks there will kind of be crowding your facilities. You can't really see much. But we can look at this first.
Yeah, let's
this
look
is
at
more
the
exciting. So this is the 3-bed premium layout. This is 1,000. This is 3-bed premium plus study. Sorry. And this is about 1,163 square feet. So the only difference between, the 3-bed premium and 3-bed premium plus study is, of course, the study.
Yeah.
The good thing about the 3-bed premium plus study layout is that the study is located very close to where the master bedroom is. So there is an option to convert it into a walk-in wardrobe, which you will see in the show flat as well. But before we head there, we can have a look at the living dining area. And what I like about the 3-bed premium layouts, also without the study and with the study, is that there is kind of a demarcated area for dining.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, a lot of the layouts, the 2-bedroom layouts, you come in and then straight away is the dining area. So this is nice. This is a nice little setup also as well. You can build in your
seats,
your dining benches over here, and at least you have a good space here.
Even with that, the walking distance and the gap here is still very comfortable. So I can anticipate that many people will probably do lots of cabinets towards this aisle here, and then maybe switch the TV kind of
so just flash the entire
holding with cabinets. But actually, there's no need to because
you have a home
shelter for this layout. Yeah. So the entryway is towards here. There are some with slightly longer foyers, some with slightly shorter, and that's where you will see the difference in terms of the sizes. Usually you see more of it appearing in the entrance foyer.
Yeah.
But it is good. Some people do like it because that gives them option to have
more storage
space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the 3-bed premium layouts, the difference between the 3-bed and the 3-bed premium is really just the home shelter and the WC. You've got a bigger washer, dryer, yard area, but mostly it's the home shelter and the WC. And all of them come with ventilation windows as well.
Yes.
So home shelter, of course not, but your WC and your kitchen does come with its own windows. Yeah. So home shelters over here, washer, dryer, both from Bosch as well. So this is where, not sure you can tell, but this is the warmer tone.
Yes, this is the warmer tone. It is. You'll see, I guess, the differences also in the bathroom. That's where
Yes,
the
you'll
big
see
bulk
a
of the
differences
differences
are.
But I want to say that I really like how they demarcated a little space like this for the washer and dryer. Like it's not something that's jutting out in the middle of the kitchen.
like over here.
Yes, it is a proper designated area, and then it flushes in and brings you here to the bomb shelter. Of course, when you come to the show flat, you'll feel like the bomb shelter is smaller, but that's also because they've done cabinets and shelvings here to help you visualize how you can use the space. So I guess just the visualization, just take note when you are in the show flat as well. So there are different types of kitchens also. Some will be maybe an L-shaped kitchen. We're looking at one that's a longer, like, what do you want to call it? Like a single lane, I don't know, like just a longer kitchen counter. And then just, there's also a wash closet here, which is a little bit different from some of the layouts. For example, the normal 3-bedroom, which does not come with a WC.
Correct. So we'll have a look at the bedroom. So this one, in terms of the layout, will show you also where the study is as we go down. So the study is all the way at the end, but your first 2 common bedrooms are over here. And they're all, again, very good size. They're both similar size, and you can see the difference in terms of the beds. So this room that we're showing right now, so this is a single bed. Primarily because they have storage already built in over here, but you can go queen size. So you see in that other room, they've actually gone for a queen size bed if let's say you want to be able to compromise a little bit on the storage or shelving area here. So then the second common bedroom, you'll see that this is
They've already fit a queen size bed,
Yes.
There are other floor plan types. For example, this is the 1163 square feet, right?
Yes.
So there is another one with the 1076 square feet. The bedroom size ones, again, maybe a little bit smaller, but in terms of format, in terms of the way the layout is, it is pretty similar. Pretty much the same.
Actually, in terms of the 1066 and 1076 square feet, actually the room sizes are pretty much
8.7.
the same. Yeah, 8.7, 8.726.
Okay, you're looking at a different one from me. So the Plus study has a slightly larger 0.3 square meters bigger,
which is
that's
not
just
very
it,
much.
yeah. But in terms of the premium layouts, they're all 8.7. This is 9, so just slightly bigger.
Yeah. And so this is the common bath. So again,
you can see the color tone difference now.
Yes.
It's like warmer. The other one was clearly grey, so this is a bit more brownish. Yeah. Okay. Shall we show them the study?
Yes. So this is actually the entrance to the study.
Oh wait, I do like that there's a window here. So it's nice that a foyer has a window. A lot of times it's not lah. Anyway, usually you don't get any windows here. So it's nice because you can get some wind flow, you get some light in as well.
Yeah, because otherwise your corridor gets dark.
It's a bit dark, yeah.
Yeah, because it's very long.
Yeah.
So this is actually the entrance to the study. So what they did was they converted it into a wardrobe. So it becomes part of your master bedroom. So this, I think for the other layout that is a 3-bed plus study layout, they can both do it as well. So then at least you have, the potential to make your master bedroom a little bit bigger, and you don't have to compromise on storage. Because a lot of times, master bedroom storage,
it's a little bit smaller.
It's a little bit small.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only this area that you have. But in terms of the master bedroom, I think this is a very good size.
Very comfortable.
Yes. Even if you don't have this is a good size.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. I mean, the side tables that they've given here are already quite large, so you can imagine if you were to push a little bit your bed a little bit closer to the window, you can probably create more wardrobe space as well if you don't want to do anything to the study. But looking at just the study alone, I think it's comfortable to put a bed. So if you need this to be a 4+ guest instead of a 4+ study, I think it would definitely work. And it has a window, right?
Yes, it has a window. Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You wanted to say?
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, come, let's go into the bathroom. So, of course, it does come with its own ensuite, very comfortable size, does have its own windows for ventilation, which is something you will not get in the smaller unit types.
Yeah, and I think this is all finished quite well. So these are all, behind all that is storage.
Still extra, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of storage space for you. You don't have to really crack your head open and wonder how I'm going to find places to put my stuff. So this is 3-bed premium plus study.
So the only difference is, I guess, is the premium is that we wouldn't have the
3-bed premium and 3-bed plus study wouldn't have this.
Yeah, it just comes a little bit more like not as long as a foyer because you don't have to study.
Yeah, and actually in terms of the 3-bed premium, they don't have the window in the corridor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so you see?
Okay, so that's another
plus point.
I mean, if for that little bit more, I would
honestly, natural light and ventilation in the home is something
makes
that
such a big difference.
Yeah, it's something that you should pay a premium for because this is something that really you feel.
Cannot force out also.
Yeah, and you can feel in the house when you are trying to sell, especially.
You want air, you want light. and all of that. Okay. We're bringing you to the final show flat unit here, which is the 4-bedroom. So in terms of unit types, we have the 1 plus study, all the way to the 5. They don't have a 5-bedroom layout here. They only have the 4-bedroom premium. So the one that we're going to is a 4 plus.
This is 4-bed premium.
Okay, sorry, just a 4-bed premium.
Yeah, so this is DP2. So there are only 2 4-bed premium layouts, 1496 square feet. In general, I think both of the premium layouts are kind of the same. It's just a 10 square feet difference for DP1, DP2. But again, so for the 4-bed premium, of course, you have a bigger balcony area. So I mean, this is because usually for 4-bed premium layouts, they tend to use this area as like, for the kids to play and all that, especially because they tend to be larger families.
Yes.
So they need that extra space to do stuff. So they've really, they've really kind of given you an idea on how you can set up the space with like a lounge set over here and a bar counter over here, so you can host friends and family as well. And what I like about the 4-bed premium layouts is that you realize in terms of the living dining, it's not a portrait layout, it's a landscape layout.
Landscape layout.
So you can see that's very, very big.
That's why it feels so wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
Really.
grand, right?
Yes.
When you come in, like you just sit when you
Before you even completed your sentence. Not planned, by the way, not planned. Yeah, so really large living. I think when people go into homes, they always look at the distance from couch to your TV. Because they want big TVs. If you're getting something that's so close, this is definitely something you can accommodate for.
Yeah. So this is also, you've got a dining set over here. So this is, I think, a 8-seater, 9-seater. I mean, if you add another table here, but look at the amount of space that you have even here. Like you can actually go up to here. Because
definitely.
You can go up to here, so you can have a very, very big kind of hosting setup over here, including the where you have
Spilling
the
over
balcony
outside.
area.
Yeah.
So I think that's a nice thing to have. You want to have a look at the entrance foyer first.
Sure.
So the premium layouts for 1 and 2. I think the only difference really is where the foyer entrance
The foyer entrance is,
Yeah, so this is 1496 square feet. So it's just in terms of I think 10 square feet difference. But you can see that there is a lot of storage that they've created
so these
already.
are cabinets. It's not just for extra walking space. They have actually accommodated already for storage. Yeah. So it will be a little bit shorter if it were the other 4-bedroom type.
Yes.
Just like cuts in a little bit more. But it will still be a very slight L shape. Very slight.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we will hit into the kitchen. I do like this setup. I can see that they have designed it in a way. Let me just... Okay, I will not break anything, but they have designed it. I do believe it's not ID treatment. It is actually what it is. You have the sliding doors here as well as sliding... Do you want to call it windows? Windows because it's half. To enclose it if you want to do a proper kitchen setup when you're cooking. And they left that flexible, and they even left a gap here so that you can put dining chairs like as a bar counter. So I thought that was very clever. It really integrated in.
Yeah. And actually you got a space here for a wine chiller. Yeah, so this is where they cleverly kind of find different spaces for you to cook. So this comes with the unit as well. So in terms of the 4-bedroom units, of course, it's a little bit more premium in terms of the finishings. So this is where you also got gas stove. So I think for the 3-bed premium, I think it was gas stove as well. We didn't highlight it, but luckily it was. You can refer to the...
Let me see in the floor plan while you talk about that.
Yeah, so this is I think it's a 3 gas stove setup. And in terms of the kitchen, it's also a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Right, it's quite long. You've got a lot of area for your cooking and meal prep. And I really like this kind of kitchen counter because it's so rare to find something that's squarish. A lot of times it's more rectangular.
That is true.
And huge sink. Honestly, this is really important.
Crucial.
This is really important.
Especially if you're cooking so much, right?
Yeah. You're like a 4-bedroom family.
You need to put all your
a lot of
plates in your pot.
pans.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Yeah. So the 4-bed premium layout also does come with the home shelter.
Basically, anything above the floor all come with a home shelter.
Yes, correct. So you get to see over here in terms of the home shelter and the lift. The WC.
Well, WC.
You have windows, but you also have this area. So this is what you didn't see in the other layouts, but you've got a bigger yard area. So this is where you can put all your linens, your detergent, whatever. You can just keep it to the side, and you can do your washing, drying over here.
I will say now with the post-harmonization, right, a lot of the floor plans, even though the size is smaller, of course, but everything is so well planned out. Everything new that I've seen so far has been so efficiently planned.
Yes.
You know, you
because
still get...
actually even though the size is smaller, it might be the same size or might even be bigger.
Because you actually take away the aircon ledger.
Yes,
so you buffer for that, actually, it comes out a bit. But in terms of the floor plan, I don't know, it just feels more efficient. Bedroom sizes also feel bigger.
Yeah, maybe they just be less wasteful in terms of the spaces because they have
Makes me think
be
about how,
be more competitive in terms of their charging. So this is the first common bedroom out of your 4 bedrooms. So the 4 bedroom premiums, it has the junior master. So the difference between the 4-bed and the 4-bed premium, just to highlight up front, is also that they have 3
extra
bathrooms.
bathroom,
So the junior master will have its own ensuite bathroom, which is different from your 4-bed non-premium, which is only 4-bed 2 baths.
So I mean, okay, just to make it a bit clearer, the 4-bedroom does come with 3 baths. It's just that it's a 2-bathroom and 1 WC,
which is not a bath.
I mean, you can do business there, but then with the 4-bed premium, you get 3 bathrooms and plus a WC. So you just get 1 extra proper bathroom.
Yes, a full bathroom, which is an ensuite for junior master, which I really like that as a concept. So this is the one that shares, I guess, the common bathroom with the other common bedroom. Again, good size.
Good size. Usually the one that doesn't have its own bathroom has a very small
exactly. Because a lot of times when you see 4-bed, the 4
make
bedroom
one
is
so
super
small.
tiny, right? This is good size.
Yeah.
This is a queen. This is a queen.
It's a queen size bed.
Queen size. Yeah. And then you've got the
common bath.
Side.
Yeah. Shall we take a look?
Yes.
Real quick. Yeah. So windows, because all the larger 4 and 5 bedrooms are definitely in the corner, so they all have windows for ventilation, which is crucial. So I mean, if you have one here, your junior master bath will also have one. Sorry, it's not called junior master bath because it is.
It is
junior master bath.
over here.
So this one is the junior master. So the one that is the 4-bedroom will not have this. It will not have its own ensuite. Nicole likes that this isn't a Jack and Jill. So whoever who gets this bedroom doesn't have to share at all.
I think especially if you're having maybe multi-generational families where
grandma, grandpa.
Yeah, where maybe you have 2 kids.
Okay.
And you know, you can't really take turns sharing 2 bathrooms plus a WC. It's more about, convenience, more about logistical planning. I think it's good to have something like that for privacy reasons. So anyone who stays here lives here who has its own space as well. Like you mentioned, there is a huge ventilation window over here.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of the junior master, it's also full height windows.
Yeah. Large bedrooms. Of course, we say we would prefer 4-bedroom if the money allows. It does get more pricey with the extra bath.
Yes.
Yeah. And then finally, the other common bedroom here, also very comfortable. You can definitely fit your queen size bed in. This one looks like it's half height windows. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's half height.
It will be your aircon ledges at the back. Let me just do a quick look for you.
Actually, no.
Oh, no, lamb. But
it is full. I think it's just you can't really see it because actually the aircon ledges are at where your
at the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
At where the kitchen area is, and also where at the master bath is at. So over here, so behind this is where your other aircon ledge is. Right.
So we are currently standing inside the master bedroom, and I do like that this master bedroom is a lot larger, of course with the luxury of it being the premium. So with that being the premium, you do have a lot more space here. So this was kind of like what I was saying about in the 3-bedroom. If you can just push your bed a little bit closer, get smaller side tables, then you can have space for an extra wardrobe. So this would be a great space. Instead of wardrobe, you can also make this into what they have done, which is like a dressing table. Yeah, so still very comfortable size, lots of walking space for us. And then very comfortably, here we have the master bathroom.
Almost tripped.
Windows for ventilation as well, lots of storage and cabinet space. Yeah,
so AC latch outside the window.
Yeah.
So this master bedroom is not the biggest master bedroom that you can get. So there is a 4-bed layout, 4-bedroom layout that is D4. It's 1356 square feet, so it doesn't have the 3rd bathroom. But it does have like a bigger walk-in wardrobe area. If you have a look at your floor plan, right here. So it has actually a little. I can show it here actually. Yeah, actually. So this is the other layout that is a 4-bedroom. You can see over here, there is a little bit of a walk-in wardrobe area. So this is like the 3-bed premium plus study that we saw. Yeah. So this is where you get. So this is the 4-bed without the premium. Yeah, so it really has, I think in terms of the floor plans for Parktown, we have a lot of different variations. In general, the sizes are all about the same. It's just that...
In the bedroom sizes lah.
Yeah, in terms of... Sorry about that.
The editor's looking at you like,
I'm so
you
sorry
made a big
about that.
boo-boo. Okay, and finally also, there is one final time. Maybe I don't want to face the toilet. Come, let's swap places, Yijiang. You can stand there. Then they can see this. No, you should stand there, Yijiang. No, you can't. Mirrors. Okay, no mirrors for you. So there's also one final type of room, which is the 5-bedroom premium. So that's about 1,006, close to 1,680 already. It's actually it says 1,679.
1679, yes.
So very few of these. So slightly bigger by close to about 180 square feet more. You do get an extra bedroom. Master bedroom will also be, I think, slightly bigger. I mean, slightly smaller in the bedroom side, but you still get a proper walk-in wardrobe. And then
You've got, so I think in terms of 5-bedroom, there's only, I think, 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah, very few.
Very, very few units available. Of course, in terms of facing, they have the best facing,
already.
The ones with the biggest setback in terms of distance. They also have like ducted AC at the living area. So it is appealing to a more of a premium type of audience over there.
In terms of size, I think 1679 is a comfortable size, definitely.
Yeah, it's almost 1,007. That's a lot of space.
It's really big, and bedroom sizes are still very similar to what we're seeing over here.
Correct.
So actually, in fact, according to this, it's the same.
The same, The balcony is also almost similar. So actually, it's not that, 5-bedroom, you get a much bigger balcony.
Yeah, which is something we often see.
Yeah, so I think it's really, they kind of portion that size out into your bedroom. So I think Parktown is one of that development that really has very comfortable, good sized rooms. And I think that's the appeal for this area, especially with the kind of audience that we're gonna probably be buying into this unit.
Yeah. So yes, so come with us as we head back out. That is kind of it for us here.
Yeah. So I think from what you see here, again, so this is Park East, this is Park West. You can see facilities wise, but this is all flattened, so you can really have a view of the facilities. In terms of the gyms, they portioned it out. There is one gym there, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And there's one gym there.
Just spread across, there's one on each side. Yeah.
So you don't all have to congregate in one corner to do all your exercise.
And more importantly,
pools as well.
Yeah, I think from here it's also clear where we can see different entry points for people who are walking also. Like you can see the walking paths, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
Just to spread out the space, since this is 1,100 plus units, and that means at least 1,100 people lah. So.
And I think one last point to note, I think in some of so for this development, I think what they've learned from their predecessors in terms of the integrated developments, like you mentioned, they've kind of portioned out the entryways for your buses, your cars, for residential, commercial, but also in terms of the lift. So one of the integrated development, they tend to have a lot of issues for residents coming from the commercial part to their units, because there is only maybe 1 or 2 like lobbies that you can use to actually access the basement, the shops. But for this, what they've done very cleverly is they have multiple entry points even for residents.
Yes.
So you have really that convenience. So Parktown is all about the convenience, right? It's about having everything at your doorstep. And you just go down. You can go to the community center. You can grab a bite. You can go to the supermarket, so on and so forth, even take the train. So I think that is the appeal of Parktown. They really brought across the convenience.
I feel like
and
even more to say now. The more you add, the more I want to say,
Okay, continue.
So another thing is, we didn't mention, but the community centers, the hawkers, the residential, the bus interchange, everything is spread out. So it's not all in one side. Yeah. We didn't say this, right? It's all in one. So
I think
everything. We did.
But you can say it again.
Yeah, the fact that it's spread out helps a lot. I think just, once again, with space flow, with space planning and things like that, that is very crucial. So props to the developer.
I think Parktown is just been very thoughtfully created, designed.
And designed, for sure.
And I think this is going to be a project that will do well because of how it's so much thought has been brought in, and with the kind of the kind of like neighborhood that we're seeing also. I mean, this is your only mall, right? Everyone's going to come here. So I think the fact that it's been planned so well helps to ease congestion, but still making it very convenient for your residents staying here.
So for now, check cutoffs has already been. We already passed the check cutoff. However, it is a large development, so I'm not sure how it'll perform. I do think there might be some left for us. So if you guys are keen or whatever, I'm not sure. We'll see. I do think it's going to perform very well. But if you're keen to, check out more of us or talk more about the prices and all of that, we're happy to. But I think we will end it here for our new launch bus tour.
Tour bus.
New launch tour bus show flat. Okay.
Okay,
This is
that's all.
Mikaela and that's Nicole. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.